You're already here? Well, hello folks to Season 1, Episode 1 of I'm Ernest, hosted by me, Dustin Grimes, and my friend over there, Slim. Wave hi, Slim. Slim's a jumping spider who can understand coherent English, yet can't do what is asked of him. You suck, you know that? I'm talking directly to you. Anyways, today we will be talking about 80s icon / 90s icon Ernest P. Worrell, played by Jim Varney.
Know what I mean? Oh, I wasn't really gonna bust it. Here. Only it ain't elk milk, it's cow's milk. I mean, who'd want to milk a elk?
When I was younger, I really enjoyed the Ernest movies, especially Ernest Goes to Jail and Ernest Scared Stupid, like many children. However, recently I got back into Ernest through his commercial run and commercial compilations on YouTube.
On this planet as we know it.
And with that being said, come in. Oops, sorry, Vern. Did you know that you can get the brand new Goosebumps One Day at Horrorland DVD at a store near you? Now listen up, Vern. You see, dude, go. I don't want your hemorrhoid butt cream or whatever the heck you're selling me right now, dude. I'll let you sell me things later. I need to do this. Okay. Let's tip our glasses to Ernest P. Worrell and start off with the first reason I really enjoy this man's content. The quality and quantity.
Hey, Vern, I see you brought the youngins in for a double dip of that Brahms ice cream.
When taking a look at the quality and quantity of the Ernest commercials, nothing pops in my mind faster than the blooper reels presented for these commercials. These bloopers show the amount of process and work that may have went into not only Jim Varney's excellent portrayal, but also the setup with like food and stuff like that, where making a mess could ruin it. For various different shots, if one thing was missed, it would probably take hours worth of cleanup, and then a reshoot hoping that Varney would do it right the next time, or the crew would.
Did you know that you'd have to eat 97 hot dogs, 29 apples, 485 crackers, 14 cups of rice, 10 eggs, or a 5-pound beef roast to get the same amount of protein you get?
Bloopers like these make me realize how much quality was put into the Ernest commercials with how practical they were and the amount of stuff used for them. Like, just imagine throwing all that stuff on the ground and then somebody having to clean it up because you missed one word by accident. The amount of pressure that must have been put on Jim Varney for a lot of these commercials had to have been insane. I think you get the picture by now. Now, let's move on to the quantity of Ernest commercials. Usually, quality and quantity don't go together very well, but in Ernest's case, it seems like they went together perfectly well, as there are over 4,000 commercials. If at any point you were confused why I'm not covering the movies, that is why. There's plenty of material in the commercials. Plus, in the future, I'd probably want to do an Ernest movie video, so there's that. There's totally not another reason at all why I wouldn't be covering the Ernest movies. Not one at all.
Oh, hi, Vern. Put that in there and this and here and this and here and that and over there. Gosh, Vern, aren't you awful heavy to be working up here?
What's that supposed to mean, Ernest?
You know what you need, Vern? It's some of this Cream Weber Highland 2% milk.
Oh, it's just an ad. Forget it.
And that's what you need to be, Vern. 98% fat-free.
All right, bro, back on topic. It's even also been said that he's filmed up to 25 spots a day at times. Dude, the bag was chasing him.
Here, Vern, let me crack this window for you.
And at the end of the day, I genuinely cannot overestimate how great the quality and quantity was with these Ernest commercials from the early 1980s to the late 1990s. Well, guys, I'm out of ice, so I'm going to go get Mariah and go get some. Enjoy the intermission. Trust me, it won't be an ad. It'll be something much different. So I teleported myself to a Cheddar's for lunch today. Let's see what I got. So the glazed croissants were low-key fire. You can see me divulging into them. I got a Dr. Pepper, which you can tell because there's actual soul in my eyes when drinking it instead of the usual dead ones. Got some pretty okay loaded fries. Still devoured them, though. And to be honest with you, the main meal is kind of mid, to be honest. Seven out of 10 would chew again.
You know, Vern, there's nothing like a picnic in the great outdoors. Being at one with nature, know what I mean? And when you have a picnic, Vern, you gotta bring plenty of my personal favorite Sprite. The one with a great taste of lemon. The one that undid the uncola in that taste test. Yeah, Vern, nothing makes a picnic like good food, Sprite, and fire ants. Fire ants! Oh, Vern! Oh.
Don't ever with Mariah Carey. We are, of course, talking about the man behind the mask, Jim Varney.
Specials, sports shows too, at one low price, all you got to do.
Okay, so now that we've talked about the quality and quantity of Ernest commercials, we should now also talk about the guy behind them, Ernest P. Worrell, played by Mr. Jim Varney, which is who we're talking about now. I'm not positive this story I'm about to tell is 100% true, but honestly, it wouldn't shock me, and from what I can tell, there's been nothing to disprove it either. Apparently, Jim Varney, in character or out of character, would never smoke around children, which I think is a very admirable thing. The amount of charity work that Jim Varney did as Ernest is honestly insane, and the only person who even gets close to rivaling it is John Cena. Sadly, in the year of 2000, his life would be taken by cancer. There are times where I genuinely wonder what would have happened if Jim Varney hadn't passed away and instead continued to play the character into the 2000s. Rest in peace. I can't even begin to express how amazing of a man Jim Varney was. In the couple of minutes you heard me talking, I probably didn't even go scratch the surface into how amazing of a guy he was. And how, even though his biggest character was Ernest, the guy behind Ernest was special too. Oh, I forgot you're still here. Hold on. Ghostbusters Rice Krispie Treat. This thing is 2 years old, but it packs a punch, Vern, I swear. Vern, what do you... Vern! Back to his universe he goes to go bother the real Vern.